Let's chat about stance, dude.
All right, where to begin?
Well, common faults that I always find is people come with things like boxer stance or weaver stance or things like this, and in my opinion, it's something unrealistic. Think, oh, what fire am I carrying? What stance do I have to be in? You're in a firefight. You should be in a fighting stance.
Yeah, well, I agree. I think, as with most like martial arts, working from a stance in your fight, same thing should be applicable for gun fighting.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the most common error we find is guys with their back foot pointing out at 90 degrees towards where the threat is. And the reality is, majority of firefights are rolling firefights. They're kinetic, so you're going to be jumping behind cover. So you need to be in a stance which is conducive towards that.
Yeah, the fact of it is just, it's not the range through a world. You're not going to be in a perfect stance all the time. But you might as well get something that gets you close to it.
100%. You're going to be moving, the target's going to be moving, so be ready for that. Easy. Alright, so the way we like to teach it is both feet oriented towards the threat, obviously, because you're going to be moving in that direction. It also helps with the orientation, obviously, of your hips and your plate facing towards where you want to be looking, rather than an unnatural alignment towards the target looking over your shoulder.
Obviously, as your back foot or your front foot breaks that form, you'll break the knee, break the hip, and turn your upper body. Creates a lot of issues, obviously, with actually rapid fire engagements and presenting the side of your plate towards your threat, which I think is obviously a massive disadvantage. Setting it up, it's pretty easy. Just going shoulder width apart, feet point towards your threat, and take basically one step forward with one of your feet nice and wide, and bend your knees a little bit, nice and relaxed upper body.
Yeah, that bend in the knees is very important. That's going to help you with your mobility, left and right, rapid engagement, recoil control, all that kind of thing. It's very easy to think of it just as a fighting stance. You wouldn't stand with your knees fucking knocked or locked and your foot pointing to the right if you're in a firefight, in a real fight. So folding it up with those nice loose knees and keeping your orientation towards where the threat is.
Yeah. The way I usually explain it is, if you look at a Muay Thai fighter, they're quite nimble on their feet, they can move a lot. If your knees are locked or they bend way too far, you're just not going to get it. So what I like to say is, obviously wide apart, bend your knees a little bit, and try and act as though you're going to be mobile.
Yeah, 100%. And then moving up to the hips obviously oriented towards the threat as well. This is helping us keep our plates pointing towards the threat, where the largest surface area is, where we've got some cover towards the rounds coming towards us. Also helps keeps our head and eyes in the direction that we want to be looking. Gives us a natural alignment. When you raise that firearm, it's kind of coming up where you're looking. You're not having to dip your head around and find it, because it's got that natural alignment towards the target.
With that said, I think, as you said, a big part of it is being able to keep your hips orientated, shoulders towards your target, meaning your whole body is aligned, and getting that presentation on your threat just a little bit sooner than you can.
Yeah, and it might feel mega awkward doing this in a static position, but the whole reason behind this is combat stance. It's meant for moving and shooting and kinetic rolling firefights. So if you feel a bit awkward standing still doing this on the range, it's not designed for a static person shooting at a static target. It's designed for combat shooting.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do it enough, it just becomes natural.
Yeah, no, I think the big thing as well is where guys get hung up is which foot should be forward. You don't get to choose which foot you stop on, which foot you shoot from. So technically you should be able to shoot from either leg forward, from any freaking stance, but this is just a baseline to get you going into a kinetic shooting situation.
100%. Once you build this into CQB movements, whichever leg is forward is the one you're going to shoot from, or whichever knee you're on, you're going to shoot from there. So start building it up from the start.
Easy as that.
Mm-hmm.